Welcome, everybody. This is going to be an energy reading for the month of July for Sagittarius. We're going to start you off with some base energy here for the month. Let's see what we got going on, please. We've got cheer up, live in the moment coming out. Get you a couple in here for the base energy. We've got originality, blaze your own trail. And we've got Archangel Raphael coming in. It says provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. So it looks to me like the base energy here for the month of Sagittarius is we've got some clearing out of old energies, releasing. The feeling that I'm getting with that Archangel Raphael card is like, it's almost like old energies, old thoughts, old feelings or traumas that are being stored energetically in the body. Because I almost have this feeling of like Taylor Swift, like Shake It Off that's coming through right now. And combined with this cheer up card that says live in the moment, I feel like it's really asking us to get out of past thoughts or past energies, past cycles. I've got a kind of a sense that I get kind of a sense off of it that something that's going to be coming up in the month of July is going to require you to have a brand new energy in order to attract the outcome that you're wanting. This originality card that's coming out that says blaze your own trail. It sort of feels like the overall, in the general energy here, the overall message is to blaze not just your own trail, but a new trail. To release, heal, shake it off, shake off these old energies of past outcomes or past things that have happened that were maybe setbacks or whatever it is that we've got stored up in our body that is got us not living in the moment, not thinking about the now, not creating different outcomes. Ooh, let's get some additional cards on it. See if we can dig into the energy a little bit deeper for you. This one is number 27, Earth Fairy. It says physical health, grounding, and foundations. And that's coming up over here on the Live in the Moment card with this grounding card. So yeah. Definitely an energy of being in the now, being grounded and stable, building foundations. Let's see what else. It says Lady in the Lake, number 8, absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. And that's coming up on that originality card, blaze your own trail. So Spirit is really reiterating themselves with these cards. And this is the Mists of Avalon Oracle deck. And in the lore for this deck, this Lady of the Lake, she comes out of the lake to hand this sword of truth, Excalibur, to King Arthur. And it's a sword that will defeat all enemies before him, defeat all foes, defeat basically any circumstance or any tribulation situation that you have coming up. But the sword of truth has to be wielded authentically from a place of courage and self-knowing, grounding, as a matter of fact. The sword of truth will not be as an effective of a tool for you if we're not coming from a place of self-truth and honesty with ourselves. 2 wanting to come up on this Archangel Raphael card over here, flipped at the same time. Number 7, the Bard, music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. And number 50, rebirth. I like these 2 cards. It says birth and rebirth. I like these 2 cards coming out together. It's a little bit shiny. I'll show you one at a time. The birth and rebirth card is pretty self-explanatory. It has to do with new beginnings, letting go of the old and stepping into something new. The falling of the old leaves and the regeneration of new ones, and coming out with the Bard here, which is the enchantment of storytelling, history, myth, poetry. This combination of cards really feels like Spirit asking us to let go of old stories, let those leaves fall to the ground where they belong, and to tell yourself a new story. It's time to give birth to the new legend of self, the new self concept. We're going to get you some tarot on top of that to clarify. Yeah, I'm almost getting a sense for the month of July, like the old stories will have a hindering effect. It isn't the best way energetically to deal with a situation that's coming up moving forward. What can we tell my friends, please, for Sagittarius? What can we let them know, my friends? We've got the Hermit coming out on top of this this Earth Fairy and this cheer up section about being in the moment. The Hermit is definitely about going within, taking some time for yourself, getting grounded, finding your own sort of inner light or North Star. The Hermit carries a star in his torch there. And he's using that to light his way, his own inner light. What else do we have, please? And the Fool. Yeah, they want you to have a more optimistic outlook and more novice mindset. To let go of something and to take a leap of faith moving forward. To believe that it's gonna go well. It's gonna look up for you. And to take a leap. On top of this Lady in the Lake, yeah, this is almost the exact energy I was getting off of this card. You've got the Eight of Swords coming up. And this is going to be self-imposed restrictions or self-limiting beliefs. The illusions are the things that we tell ourselves that hold us back. There really isn't actually any restriction or limitation on your energy or what you can do or what you can create. But we do sometimes get ourselves stuck in these old stories that are not truthful. That keep us feeling, what I feel like saying is limited in our options. And that's coming up with the Page of Wands. So it feels like there's a new passion, interest, pursuit, a new line of inquiry or action that's coming in. The pages are usually messengers. They come in with new information. So this could be inner truth or seeking clarity and finding a new passion, a new pursuit, or a new avenue to take action on. The combination of cards together is really giving me that there's some self-imposed restriction, some reason that you think you can't follow a new passion, pursuit, or interest that's coming up. Something in the energy that has you feeling limited or bound. I'm going to get you one more card on that, please. Can you let me know for my Sagittarius friends in regards to what, please? The Knight of Swords coming in. So some sort of clarity or truth. It feels like this energy feels like it's barging in right now. So I don't know, Sagittarius, you got to take things at how they resonate. But is there something that feels like an unwelcome truth, an unwelcome knowledge, something that feels impetuous or barging into this situation? The Knight of Swords is a rushing energy, and the swords are a suit of mental processes or thoughts. So it could be an intrusive thought or an intrusive knowing. It could be some information or something coming in that feels disruptive. A disruptive situation. Or almost combative. The Lovers coming up. Interesting. That's on that birth and rebirth card. And the Lovers can literally be a love situation. So there may be a disruptive or uncomfortable truth regarding a love situation. But sometimes the Lovers is also meant to represent making a choice. So let's get some more info on that. Thank you. The Ten of Swords. So something is dead, done, and over with. And this combination is coming up on that birth and rebirth card too. So I feel like this is referring once again to the making the choice to let something go, to have it be dead, done, and over with. To tell yourself a different story. And I feel like in order to fully let go of that energy, like that energy feeling I felt like was trapped in her body, it has to be a conscious choice on your part. So you know what? Fine. What's done is done. It's over. I'm letting it go. I'm releasing whatever this limiting thought process is. I'm going to embrace whatever this passionate action is, whatever it is that's sparking my interest, my desire, my passion at this time. The Well coming out, yeah. This is a unique Grand Arcana card for this deck, the Well. And it's all about connecting into the wellspring, connecting into source energy, letting source work through you to create with you. Tapping into source energy. Coming up with that Archangel Raphael card. I feel like there's a lot of healing and guidance and advice available for you at this time from your angels and guides. I feel like if we clear our heart space, if we get into a grounded state and clear up our heart space, we're going to be guided towards this new beginning, this new path or journey to follow. That takes us away from the old stagnant energy, what needs to be dead, done, and over with, the old story that we're letting go of. Why am I still shuffling? Why am I still shuffling, Spirit, please? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, my friends. This is you've got the Four of Swords coming up, which is going to be like rest, relaxation, recuperation. It's also sometimes a card of meditation, being still, going within, being in the moment. And it's coming up with the Ten of Pentacles, which is health, wealth, happiness. It's the legacy that you want to build. It's everybody's wish for, it's the wish fulfillment. I mean, it's not the wish fulfillment card, but I mean, having a legacy of wealth, stability, well-being, all of that. And so these two cards coming out together, Spirit is really reiterating, like, be still, get in the moment, go within. Like I said, I really got the feeling that there are messages and guidance within, things that are waiting to come out, to be shown to you, the path forward. I'm going to get you some top end energy with that. The path towards what you want is opening up and available for you. It might not be easily recognizable to you right now. It may just look like the Page of Wands doesn't look much, do they? It looks pretty humble. And pages do look humble because they're just the beginning of something. But I feel like if we release the self-limiting beliefs, this whatever the restriction is, that we'll be able to see this Page of Wands here looking like something more. Start following the intuitional breadcrumbs towards that Ten of Pentacles. What else do we got? Can you tell me, please? Truth, honor, and press integrity. Number 37. Yeah, this truth coming out again up here in the top energy. What are we sitting on here, Sagittarius, that's an inner truth that needs to be brought to the surface? The card says that which is true will always be enough. I just got the sense or the feeling like leave out the embellishment. I don't know I don't know. Okay, I don't know who that's for, but that makes sense with this Bard card. You know, the bards tell a story in an embellished fashion, right? So for some of you, I'm not sure who that's for, but it says, when you're dealing with yourself and your own inner work, leave out the embellishment. And that's so true. Like, if you think about it, like, how many stories have you told yourself about your past, things that happened in the past? How much do we beat ourselves up when, if we really think about it, a lot of what we're telling ourselves is really an embellishment of the situation. It's an extra dramatized version of a situation that happened. Either that, or we're imagining feelings on the parts of other people that without really knowing how they felt about something. We fill in the blanks. Number 18, the red rose, overcoming obstacles, finding joy, carefree. It says, don't worry, darling, you'll find your way. Yeah, the red rose, you can see it grows up there through the concrete. So it had a tough struggle, but the rose still grows up through the cracks and blooms perfectly. And you see it's got its third eye wide open there. This card shows up in the reading to let you know sometimes if there have been obstacles or things that felt like were in your path, that there's no obstacle that isn't overcomable. Especially when we have our third eye open, the path will always light up or be revealed in front of us. #23, the mind. Inspiration, mood, and cycle. Give to the mind and it gives back. Yeah, this card turns up and asks us to feed our mental stimulation, our mental algorithm, something that stimulates more thought, gives it food for thought, fuel for thought, drives our creativity. It's like feeding the creativity of the mind. I kind of get the impression, the feeling that came through that says, watch what you're clicking on, watch what's coming through your feeds. I don't know about you guys, but I've had it lately where it feels like the algorithms have been trying to throw stuff into my feed to sort of rage bait me. I don't know if that's a thing they're doing or not, but it's like stuff that I would have never clicked on, that would never be in my feed, is suddenly like popping up saying, click on me, get mad, comment. And I've really having to been paying closer attention to what it is I'm clicking on, making sure that I'm not interacting with that kind of energy on my own various social medias and YouTube. So that's something to keep an eye out for right now. I don't know if that's something that they're doing. But make sure that we're feeding the mind only the things that actually inspire us, that generate the energy that we want moving forward, the kind of energy that we're wanting to cultivate for ourselves. I also heard get a book. Get a book. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe it's a good time to check out your Audible though, see what's available. Maybe there's a good audiobook about something you've been interested in or wanting to learn more about. It's hard to go look for books anymore. I used to love going to bookstores, but there's so few of them anymore. Sadness. All right, let's get some tarot on top of it. We've got the Hierophant and the Magician coming out. So, two big energies jumping out at once on top of this Truth card. The Hierophant is going to be like an establishment or an authority, a spiritual authority, and the Magician is going to be your card of manifestation of creation. The Magician uses all of the suits of the tarot to put them together into the order or create the reality that they're wanting to experience. So, and coming out on top of this Truth card, we'll get some more cards on top of it. I get the sense that some of you are stepping into maybe a role as a spiritual authority. Maybe some of the things you've gone through with this red rose card coming up through the cracks, coming up through the concrete, have led to a specific kind of wisdom. So maybe we are manifesting a role as a spiritual authority. It could also be that we are manifesting a spiritual authority to turn to. Interesting. Let's get some more, please. King of Wands coming up. I love that. I had the thought and the image in my head of the King of Wands when I was saying, you know how the Page of Wands looks humble and he doesn't look like much? In my head, I said, watch, he turns out to be the King of Wands. And there he is, the King of Wands. It makes me happy to feel that and to see that. I do get that sense that something that seems humble or doesn't seem good enough or doesn't seem, maybe it's a path that you're not clear about how to follow. So it just seems like amusing or something. Like, it doesn't seem like there's any potential there, but it's actually your King of Wands. And the King of Wands is going to be an energy of maturity in passion and pursuit. It's a card of somebody who knows what they're into, knows what they're about, and is able to have the maturity, the patience to cultivate those passions and those interests into something that exalts them, that puts them at a king status. And the Ace of Cups coming out with it. Oh, okay. So the Ace of Cups is going to be something new, a spark of something new and emotional, something that is emotionally overflowing for you. So there is a way to read this situation, Sagittarius. So if this is your story, that the Hierophant and the Magician, the Hierophant is also sometimes a card of marriage as an institution. So it could be that we are manifesting a long-term partner here, and someone who looked humble like they were just the Page of Wands turns out to be a King of Wands, and realizing that, letting that truth come forward is emotionally overflowing for you. It's a very happy situation. So if that is your story, take it if it resonates, but that energy is here for somebody. But for a lot of people, I feel like this is realizing something that you're passionate about is more profitable, more abundant than we maybe initially think it is. It's the path to the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Cups coming up. So this is coming up on top of that inspiration, mood, and cycle. And the Four of Cups is going to be a card of like apathy or disappointment. It's usually pictured with the person looking at the Three Cups like bored. Like, this is not, I don't want these cups. These cups are not doing it for me. But there's a cup behind that's being offered by a spirit. So it could be that we have our mind in a cycle, sort of an apathetic cycle at the moment, or we did at least previously. And July is going to be a shakeup for that. That says, take a closer look at the cup that's behind you that's being offered. I feel like I got the sense here just now that, what is this? The pages. I got the sense coming through of like, it's like life is a journey or experience. The three cups in front of you that are not in the four of cups, that are not what you want there, doesn't feel like a spark or anything. It feels like a waste of time. But the reality is those three cups had to unfold in that way to lead you to the fourth, to get you to turn around, to lead you to the fourth cup. So even if it feels apathetic or it feels like not interested in the way that things have unfolded thus far, it's unfolded in the way that it needed to give those three cups are a necessary piece of the recipe for the cup that you're actually wanting, the one that's behind you, the Ace of Cups. And this is the Page of Swords coming in. So the Page of Swords is going to be a clarity, a mind opening, a message coming through that clears up the thought process. The Page of Swords is also sometimes read as somebody watching you or keeping an eye on you, or I feel like that's such a weird energy though. But I did get it coming through like to mention that. So for some of you out there, it could be that somebody is either, you know, checking out your socials, checking out your pages, or somebody who you might not expect is actually paying closer attention to what you're doing and may have some, I don't know if it's an offer, but some information or some wisdom, something to add to this situation. And it's coming up on that mind card. Like maybe somebody has a book recommendation, you know what I mean? Or something like that. It's a minor energy that I'm getting through, but keep your eye out for somebody who has some kind of an insight or a recommendation to offer you. And I'm telling, it's those little things that are the path that start to unfold to the 10 of Coins. 10 of Cups coming up again for you, Sagittarius. Spirit is really trying to tell you to follow the breadcrumbs of intuition here. Follow the little, they're sending you the people, the messengers, the things to lead you on the little breadcrumb trail of intuition that leads to your 10 of Pentacles. I would, here in the month of July, I would keep my eye out for just people, you know, conversations with strangers, somebody who's sipping coffee in the line at Starbucks, whatever it may be, who has a book recommendation or a piece of wisdom or something that they bring up with you that sparks this sort of interest or thought process, a little breadcrumb trail of intuition to follow, because it's leading to the King of Wands and to the Ace of Cups, to your 10 of Pentacles here. Perfect. I love that. It's funny. Like, we tend to think of miracles as something big that happens, but the miracles unfold every day by being present and in the moment and paying attention to the little stuff that happens. That's how the path always unfolds. I mean, don't get me wrong, big stuff can happen, but more often than not, it's the little stuff. We're going to get you one more card here. This is from the Lightworkers Oracle. Oh, this one, okay. Number 7, unplug from mass consciousness. I feel like I was saying something about this, wasn't I? Yes. Let's see what it has to say. There is a belief system based on fear, doubt, and distrust that is known as mass consciousness. It says it's safer to stay with the crowd, not to question what you've been taught. It says you cannot trust the divine to take care of your financial well-being or your emotional needs. It says that you should be afraid and not take risks. It says that if you dare to stand up and live your truth, you will be lost and alone, humiliated, rejected, or even destroyed. You are being guided to unplug from that system of beliefs. You are capable of a more creative, loving, and soul-satisfying way of living. To access this, let go of the way that is too small for your soul. The invocation for this card, if you want to be able to use it for yourself, it says, Of my own free will, I now ask for spiritual intervention and divine protection through the guidance that loves me unconditionally. I now request the thorough and complete removal of any entity, thought, form, belief system, cord, attachment, or conditioning from my body, my mind, and soul that does not resonate with the pure frequency of unconditional love. I ask for this process to happen with divine mercy, wisdom, and blessing. I call upon my own inner power and strength to listen for my truth and to stand in the light of those truths at the perfect time in the perfect way with the loving and empowering assistance of my spiritual team. Through divine grace and my own inner spiritual authority, so be it. May all beings be blessed by divine love. May all beings be happy and free. That's beautiful. What a beautiful way to wrap up this reading. I love it. Thank you so much, my friends, my spirit team, for... Sorry, I just got like a feeling. Like, remember I said earlier, like there was tension or energy, like we're storing something in the body, and that just felt like, just let that go. Oh, that felt really good. Feels really good for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much, Spirit, for working with us and for those messages. We appreciate you always. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for being here. I appreciate you always. Have an excellent July. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how it works out for you. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you later.